Hello students. In the previous class we have discussed about the structure and function of areolar connective tissue and adipose tissue. Means so far in animal tissues we have discussed about connective tissues. So far in case of animal tissues we have discussed about connective tissues and epithelial tissues. Two more tissues present in animals are muscular tissue and nervous tissue. In this class, let us discuss about muscular tissue. Muscular tissue is a contractile tissue because it contains contractile proteins. Muscular tissue is also called as contractile tissue because it contains contractile proteins, and that contractile proteins are helpful for the contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Contractile proteins present in the muscular tissue are helpful for the contraction and relaxation of the muscles. These muscles are helpful for movement. In case of muscular tissue, contractile proteins are present and matrix is absent. Matrix is absent in muscular tissue, but matrix is present in case of connective tissues. The cells of the muscular tissue are elongated. The cells of the muscular tissue are elongated and the cells are called as muscle fibers. Means muscular tissue consists of elongated cells called muscle fibers. The cell membrane or plasma membrane of the muscle fibers are called as sarcolemma. The plasma membrane or cell membrane of the muscle fibers are called as sarcolemma. Whereas the cytoplasm of the muscle fibers are called as sarcoplasm. Sarcolemma is the plasma membrane or cell membrane of the muscle fiber. Sarcoplasma is the cytoplasm of the muscle fiber. It is called as sarcoplasm. In case of muscular tissues, the contractile elements called myofibrils are present. What are myofibrils? Myofibrils are the contractile elements of the muscle fibers or contractile elements present in the muscles or in the muscle fibers are called as myofibrils. And these myofibrils contains two special type of protein filaments called actin and myosin. Actin and myosin are the two contractile proteins present in the myofibrils, or two contractile proteins present in the muscle cells are actin and myosin. And in case of muscle fibers, striations may be present or absent. Striations means presence of alternative dark and light band. Presence of dark bands and light bands alternatively. That gives the appearance like striations. In some muscle fibers, striations are present, and in some muscle fibers, striations are absent. Striations may be present or absent. Muscular tissue occupies around 40% of the total body weight. Total 40% of the total body weight will be occupied by the muscle tissues or muscular tissues. Group of muscle fibers. Group of muscle fibers are called as muscles. Muscle is nothing but bundle of muscle fibers. Bundle of muscle fibers forms muscles. And the contraction and relaxation of muscles are helpful in the movement of body parts, or contraction and relaxation of the muscle fibers helpful in the movement of the body. All internal and external movements of the body parts are caused due to muscles. All internal and external movement of the body parts occurs due to muscles. In case of muscular tissue, there are three types, or muscle fibers are of three types. There are three types of muscle fibers, or there are three types of muscular tissues. They are striated muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Striated muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles, or striated muscle fibers, smooth muscle fibers, and cardiac muscle fibers. There are three types of muscular tissues, or there are three types of muscle fibers, such as striated, smooth, and cardiac muscle fiber. First, let us discuss about striated muscle or striated muscle fibers. They are also striated muscle fibers or muscles are also called as striped muscles. They are also called as striped muscles or skeletal muscles or voluntary muscles. Striated muscles are also called as striped or voluntary or skeletal muscle fibers. The striated muscle fibers are always attached to the bones. Striated muscle fibers are attached to the bones, hence they are also called as skeletal muscle fibers or skeletal muscles. The striated muscle fibers are long. Striated muscle fibers. If we look into the structure of striated muscle fibers, these muscle fibers are long, cylindrical shaped. Striated muscle fibers are long and they are cylindrical shaped and they are unbranched. There is no any branches. They are unbranched. Muscle fibers are cylindrical shaped, long and unbranched. And they have alternate light and dark bands. See, these are the dark bands. These are dark bands and these are light bands. These are light bands and these are dark bands. And these dark and light bands are present alternatively. Striated muscle fibers have alternate light and dark bands. The presence of light and dark bands, alternative presence of dark and light bands gives the appearance of striations. Hence they are called as striated muscle fibers. The ends of the striated muscles are blunt. Ends are blunt, means they are not pointed. Ends are not pointed, but here it is pointed, but in case of striated muscles the ends of the muscle fibers are blunt. And many nuclei are present at the periphery. Means striated muscle fibers are multinucleate. They are multinucleate. Means many nuclei are present. And these nuclei are located peripherally. Means see, these are nuclei of the skeletal or striated muscles, and these nuclei are present at the periphery, means at this side, not at the center. Nucleus are present at the sides, not at the center. Striated muscles are also called as voluntary muscles or voluntary muscle fibers, because striated muscle fibers or striated muscles work under the control of our will. Whenever we want to move from one place to another place, then striated muscle undergoes contraction and relaxation, causes movement. When we want to stop our movement, at that time striated muscles stop the contraction and relaxation of the muscle fibers, and there will be no movement. Means the action or functioning of striated muscles are under the control of our will. Hence they are called as voluntary muscle fibers. They are called as voluntary muscle fibers because their function is under the control of our willpower. Striated muscles are also called as skeletal muscle fibers. They are also called as skeletal muscles because they are usually attached to the skeletal system, or they are attached to the bones of the body. Hence they are called striated muscles. Then next type of muscular tissue is smooth muscle fiber or smooth muscles. Smooth muscles or smooth muscle fibers. Smooth muscle fibers are also called as unstriated muscle fibers. They are also called as unstriated muscle fibers or unstriped muscle fibers or visceral involuntary muscle fibers. First one, striated muscles are also called as striped muscle fibers or voluntary muscle fibers, whereas smooth muscle fibers are also called as unstriated or unstriped muscle fibers and visceral involuntary muscle fibers. Smooth muscle fibers are spindle shaped. Smooth muscle fibers are spindle shaped. Say this is spindle shaped. Spindle shaped means both are tapering or pointed at the ends, broad at the center. Spindle shaped muscle fibers are present here. Spindle shaped muscle fiber is broad. It is broad at the center and pointed at both the ends. Spindle shaped muscle fibers, and these muscle fibers are unbranched. They are unbranched. They are called as smooth muscle fibers because of the absence of alternate light and dark bands. Here light and dark bands are absent, means no striations are present. Striations are absent in case of smooth muscle fibers. Because of the absence of light and dark bands, or because of the absence of striations in the muscle fibers, they are called as smooth muscle fibers. In case of smooth muscle fiber, centrally located single nucleus is present. In case of striated, many nuclei are present at the periphery, But in case of smooth muscle fibers, single nucleus is present, and that single oval shaped or spindle shaped nucleus is present at the center of the muscle fiber. Centrally situated single nucleus is present. The function or the contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle fibers are not under the control of our will. The contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle fibers are not under the control of our willpower, hence they are called as involuntary muscles. They are called as involuntary muscles because we cannot control the contraction and relaxation of these muscle fibers. The main function of smooth muscle fibers are they are helpful in the movement of foot through the alimentary canal. Smooth muscle fibers are helpful in the movement of foot through the alimentary canal. Means these smooth muscle fibers are present in the alimentary canal, or they are present in the digestive system of the human beings. They form the lining of the digestive system. Particularly they form the lining of the esophagus, stomach. So they are helpful in the movement of food. They are also present in the lining of the bronchi. Lining of the bronchi, in the lungs, urinary bladder, iris of the eye, and they also cause the movement or contraction and relaxation of the blood vessels. Means they are present in the blood vessels and controls the contraction and relaxation of the blood vessels. Whereas the striated muscles are present in the arms, in the legs, hands, feet, tongue, body wall, face, upper part of the esophagus, etc. The function of these striated muscles are under the control of our willpower, hence they are voluntary muscles, but smooth muscle fibers are present in the various visceral organs of the body like stomach, esophagus, intestine, blood vessels, urinary bladder, ureter, bronchi, etc. And the contraction and relaxation of these muscles are not under the control of our willpower. Hence, smooth muscle fibers are also called as involuntary muscles. The main function of smooth muscle fibers are passage of food. It controls the passage of food through the digestive system. Whereas the function of striated muscles are it causes the movement of the body. And it is helpful in the breathing. Striated muscles are helpful in breathing. And ingestion of food means intake of food, mastication of food, swallowing of food. All these things are controlled by striated muscles. This is about the structure and functions of striated muscle and smooth muscle. Thank you.